Top 10 Netflix action series. It's fun to watch actors shoot guns, play with swords, and get into fistfights, because a movie or series is incomplete without some good action stunts. So let's give the people what they want: the best action television shows currently streaming on Netflix. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we will tell you all about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because in today's video, we are going to list down the top 10 Netflix action series. So let's get started. Number 10. If you ever wondered what happened to the martial arts prodigies Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence after the Karate Kid movies, then Cobra Kai is here for you to find out. 30 years after their final confrontation at the 1984 All-Valley Karate Tournament, Johnny Lawrence is at rock bottom as an unemployed handyman haunted by his wasted life. However, when Johnny rescues a bullied kid, Miguel, from bullies, he is inspired to restart the notorious Cobra Kai dojo. This revitalization of his life and related misunderstandings find Johnny restarting his old rivalry with Daniel LaRusso, a successful businessman who may be happily married but is missing an essential balance in his life since the death of his mentor, Mr. Miyagi. Meanwhile, while Danny's daughter, Samantha, finds herself in the middle of this conflict amidst her false friends, Johnny's estranged miscreant son, Robbie, finds himself inadvertently coming under Daniel's wing and flourishes in ways worthy of Mr. Miyagi. Number 9. Based on the DC Comics character Green Arrow, Arrow is an American superhero television series. Arrow follows multi-millionaire playboy who returns to his city to take on the vigilante persona of Arrow to fight crime and corruption. After many years in the sheltered, rich boy life, Oliver Queen is stranded on an island after his father's yacht crashes. So he must learn to survive on his own, and 5 years later, after he's found alive and well, he returns to his home city of Starling City, where he begins his crusade to rid his home city of nasty villains, drug dealers, mob bosses, and criminals by becoming an arrow-shooting vigilante. Number 8. Just when you think there's no more scare left in zombies, Black Summer is here to give you a thrill and action you need. It is an American streaming television series created by Carl Schaefer and John Hames. In this series, a mother torn from her daughter embarks upon a harrowing journey, stopping at nothing to find her. Thrust alongside a group of American refugees, she must be brave and face the hostile new world, making brutal decisions during the deadliest summer of a zombie apocalypse. Number 7. Based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, Daredevil is an American television series created by Drew Goddard. The series delivers R-rated superhero fans exactly what they seem to want: brutality, scenes ripped from the comic book splash pages, and minimal thoughtfulness. The series tells the story of a child, Matt Murdock, who was blinded by a chemical spill in a freak accident. Instead of limiting him, it gave him superhuman senses that enabled him to see the world in a unique and powerful way. Now he uses these powers to deliver justice, not only as a lawyer in his own law firm, but also as a vigilante at night, stalking the streets of Hell's Kitchen as Daredevil, the man without fear. Number 6. A Canadian historical drama television series, Frontier, is co-created by Rob Blackie and Peter Blackie. The series chronicles the North American fur trade in late 1700s Canada and follows Declan Hart, a half-Irish, half-Cree outlaw who's campaigning to breach the Hudson's Bay's company's monopoly on the fur trade in Canada, which has become corrupt and engages in illegal activities to enrich itself. Lord Benton, on the other hand, is bent on restoring the company's stranglehold on fur and is on a mission to stamp out Hart, who turns to an old ally when bounty hunters close in on him. Harp eventually devises an elaborate scheme to plunder Hudson Bay and set a trap for Benton. Number 5. Inspired by Marco Polo's early years in the court of Kublai Khan, the Khagan of the Mughal Empire and the founder of the Yuan dynasty, the series was created by John Fusco and stars Lorenzo Riquelme in the title role, with Benedict Wong as Kublai Khan. As a youth of 15 or 16, Marco Polo first met his father and uncle and embarked on an epic adventure, crossing thousands of miles of unforgiving terrain. Through political unrest and upheaval, the court of Kublai Khan is what is now Beijing. A Netflix original, rife with warfare and political sexual intrigue, the show spotlights the years at the Chinese court and the journeys. A global roster of stars, including Italian newcomer Lorenzo Riquelme as Marco. To find out what happened to Marco Polo in the court of Kublai Khan, watch the full series and enjoy. Number 4. Based on the DC Comics team Teen Titans, superhero streaming television series named Titans depicts a group of young heroes who joins forces in their fight against evil. The series is created by Akiva Goldsman and is an American series which debuted in October of 2018. Dick Grayson and Rachel Roth, a special girl possessed by a strange darkness, gets involved in a conspiracy that could bring hell on Earth. Hot-headed Starfire and a lovable Beast Boy join them along the way, as together they become a surrogate family and a team of heroes fighting evil. Number 3. A French action thriller streaming television series, Lupin, is created by George Kay and François Ozon. The show stars Omar Sy in the role of Arsène Diop, a man who was inspired by the adventures of master thief Arsène Lupin, a character created by Maurice Leblanc in the early 1900s. The series was watched by 70 million households during the first month, becoming the most watched non-English series on Netflix at the time. The story follows professional thief Arsène Diop, the only son of an immigrant from Senegal who had come to France to seek a better life for his child. Arsène's father is framed for the theft of an expensive diamond necklace by his employer, the wealthy and powerful Hubert Pellegrini, and hangs himself in the prison cell out of shame, leaving the teenage Arsène an orphan. 25 years later, inspired by a book about gentleman thief Arsène Lupin his father had given him on his birthday, Arsène sets out to get revenge on the Pellegrini family, using his charisma and mastery of thievery, subterfuge, and disguise to expose Hubert's crimes. Number 2. Based on the Marvel comic character of the same name, The Punisher is an American television series created by Steve Lightfoot for the streaming service Netflix. The series revolves around Frank Castle, who uses lethal methods to fight crime as the vigilante Punisher, with John Barenthal reprising the role from Daredevil. After exacting revenge on the people responsible for the deaths of his wife and children, Frank Castle uncovers a conspiracy that runs deeper than New York's criminal underworld. Now known as the Punisher, he must dig deep into the conspiracy to discover the truth about injustices that affect more than just him and his family. Assisting the vigilante in the quest to fight criminals is his best friend Billy Russo, who runs private military corporation Anvil, and a former NSA analyst, Micro, who shares common enemies with Castle and helps him as a part of a so-called marriage of convenience. Number 1. A South Korean survival drama television series, Squid Game, is created by Hong Dong-hyuk for Netflix. This series revolves around a contest where 456 players, all of whom are in deep financial debt, risk their lives to play a series of deadly children's games for a chance to win a $45.6 billion. The series tells the story of people who fail at life for various reasons, but suddenly receive a mysterious invitation to participate in a survival game to win a grand prize. The game takes place at an isolated island, and the participants are locked up until there is a final winner. The story will incorporate popular children's games from the 1970s and 1980s of Korea, such as Squid Game, literal translation of its Korean name, which is a type of tag where offense and defense use a squid-shaped board drawn in the dirt. And this brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.